for the day. Toastmasters. Should I start again?
No, that's okay. You can go.
Okay. Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph B. Smedley to promote public speaking. Let me quote the mission of the Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are some ground rules which need to be followed during the meeting. The first one is, please refrain from making any references to religion, politics, and sex in your speech, which may hurt the sentiments of others. Please turn off all noise-making devices like mobile phones or put them in silent mode. Avoid crosstalks when someone is speaking. Considering this virtual setup, please ensure that you mute yourself if you are not speaking. I request all the guests to put their names in the meeting chat to introduce yourself, your name and your organization, and also how we came to know about this meeting. If you're interested in joining the club, you may stay back after the meeting and get back to us. Once again, I welcome all of you to the Technopark Toastmasters meeting. Now, I would like to invite our president for his address, Toastmaster Prakash. He is the technology consultant at Tata ELXI and who loves traveling, reading, and good designs. Over to you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Nida, for that really nice Sergeant at Arms introduction. So,
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 73rd meeting. So we planned a lot of things, but unfortunately, we finally ended with the table topics marathon, which is a good thing. And the initial topic that Amrita selected was communication. Actually, I did not think about anything to talk. So let me recollect one of the sessions that I have attended recently. I had this weird problem. Whenever some presentation that I need to do, I'll spend so much time perfecting that presentation. I'll spend so much time how I can beautify that presentation, how I can add content, how I can shorten the sentences and all those things. Then in November, December time frame, I attended one session and there was one topic called communication, how we can effectively communicate. And there are three classification for communication. One is inform, another is insights, and the third is influence. So inform is all about you wanted to convey some information to them, to people. So generally it comes under the notification that you get from your company. Some changes that happens. These are all facts that you wanted to convey. You cannot go for any creativity there. You need to follow some templates. You need to convey the message because there is no two-way communication. It's one-way communication. So you have to ensure that the information that you present will not have any ambiguity. The reader should understand. It should be crystal clear. That's inform. Then there is insights, where you wanted to share your ideas, and obviously there will be a feedback, but it's not again a synchronous communication in the sense that it is not happening live. So there also, but this can turn into a synchronous communication. So for example, when we are submitting a proposal, it starts with the insights mode, or if you wanted to convey your idea, it's basically you'll initially share a presentation, then it will turn into a discussion further. So that's insight. And the third is influence. You wanted to change someone's behavior or belief or anything. So here you are not going to have a fully packed presentation, for example. You need to shorten everything because you are going to have a live communication with someone, mostly in the influence category. So if you mismatch the content in any of the areas, for example, if you are influencing someone and if you show the full information in the presentation with all the details, then it might not look good. So the influence category, your presentation should be entirely different, or the information that you share. So the same presentation, the point is that the same presentation cannot be used in all the categories. You are initially sharing something to convey some information. Then at the later stage, you need to have a different presentation with specifically for the influence. So I think I am not sure whether I have conveyed all the points, but this is something that you can keep it in mind, because if you interchange the details in these categories, then the conversation cannot be clear. I think there is some echo. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, yeah, it's clear now. Okay. So with that, we will get into the meeting. Our meeting is going to be a table topics marathon, and I'll be acting as the timer. We have a general evaluator and TMOD, table topics master. That's going to be Vishnu. I would like to invite Vishnu to give an overview of the session and then call general evaluator. Over to you, Vishnu.
Thank you, Prakash. Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash. Hi, Toastmasters on the call. So today we are going to have a Toastmaster table topic marathon session. So the objective of the session is to give us opportunities to speak impromptu on a topic to which you will be exposed just before the actual speaking time, and it enables us to do some quick thinking and then articulate our thoughts concisely over a period of 2 minutes, right? So the timer will basically show the cards, which will basically tell you that you are at the green zone, the yellow zone, and the red zone, and then there will be a general evaluator who will give us feedback on how we have done in the speaking engagement. So I'll hand it over to the general evaluator, Radhika, to basically talk about her role in today's event. Radhika, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu and fellow Toastmasters. Today, we have a very interesting session, only table topic marathon. And my role as a general evaluator is very simple. I have a tag team with me and to support my general evaluation of the conduct of the meeting from the beginning till the end. So as a general evaluator, I will be observing the proceeds of the meetings, how it is progressing, what are the good things that has happened, what are the shortcomings that we can list down and improve next time. For this, I have my tag team to support. Tag team, timer, accounter, grammarian. So I will be wearing the hat of the tag team today. And as a timer, as Vishnu has explained, we have 2 minutes for a table topic. Everybody will speak for 2 minutes. When you cross the 1 minute, that is a green. And 1.1 minute, 30 seconds, that's a yellow. And if you cross 2 minutes, it is a red card. So I'll be showing that, I'll be changing my background. I'm just putting it up in the background now. So this is the timer role that I will be doing. And our counter, yes, as you know that we all use crutch words and filler words. So I'll keenly listening to what you're saying and mark the crutch words and ahs and ums and other repeat phrases and words that you use. At the end, and the grammarian. So we should have a word of the day. Communication is the theme of today. So when we are talking about that, ambiguity can be the word of the day. Ambiguity is, we have used that word in the previous meeting also, one of the previous meetings. Ambiguity is about confusion. We are not clear about what is going to happen. There's a lot of haze around us. So it's an ambiguous situation. It's ambiguity that stops us from taking decisions. So you can use it as a ambiguous is a verb, sorry, adjective, and ambiguity is a verb or a noun. It's a noun, right? So I'm so sorry, I'll come back to you on that. I need your help to Google it and find out whether it
I
is
think it's a noun.
it's a noun.
noun, I think.
Thank you so much for that. So ambiguity is a noun and ambiguous would be the adjective. Super. So if you can use this word when in your table topics also, that is when we will upload you. And so this is the role of timer, accounter, and grammarian I'm doing today. And at the end of this table topic round, I'll come back and give you the report, including the time you taken, the hours you uttered, and the usage of words and phrases that you have done during the 2-minute speech. Let's get into that table topic. So we will get a lot of time to speak. All of us will get multiple opportunities. I'm so very looking forward to you. And back to you, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Just one interruption. Radhika, I can help you with the timer because if
Thank you so
are,
much, Prakash.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm actually not so good in changing the cards and the background. Thank you.
Okay. Because I don't think it will be really difficult, right, to follow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash and Toastmaster Radhika. So let me share my screen. Give me a minute. All right, Toastmasters. Who wants to go first? You can volunteer and pick up a color.
Houston.
Oh, shall I watch for once and we'll do?
Yeah, sure. Radhika, you can take the topic.
Okay, so I'll go with yellow.
Yellow. So Radhika, the topic for you is, what is the role of luck in your personal success story?
Super. Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for that interesting topic. And thank you, fellow Toastmasters, for listening in. So the question is, what is the role of luck in my personal life? Wow. So that takes me back to the question, what is luck? So I did have this notion when I had one of my senior managers or one of my mentors at some point in time in life told me, luck is nothing but the point where the opportunity and hard work meets. So I always remember this, the thought stayed with me. Okay, I've been told many times that, oh, Radhika, you're very lucky that you got this opportunity. Radhika, you're very lucky that you got a very good team with you. Radhika, you're very lucky because you have all the resources to make this happen. And I sit back and look at it, and I think that luck is a word that we use to undermine someone's hard work and capabilities. So he got lucky. No. I believe luck is about hard work and opportunity. When you say opportunity, yes, there's a lot of other things that comes into it, because you can think about all the networking that you do, the connections and the head start you get. And if that is what you call luck again, it is again about stepping out and building that network, stepping out and building that relationship and nurturing it. So you come to know about an opportunity probably ahead of time, before everyone else get to know about it, and you get a head start, and that is how you achieve that. So luck for me has always been the synonym for hard work and opportunity meeting at one opportune moment to the next level. Thank you. Thank you, Vishnu. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika. I think that was a really good and short description of how luck is a combination of opportunity and work. Really like the way you articulated that. So I'll go to the next topic. Let me share the screen. Are you guys seeing my screen right now?
No, we can't see.
So who wants to go next? Maybe Justine, do you want to go next? Wait, Justine, you're on mute.
Yes, sure. I'll try.
Wait. So Justine, please pick a color.
Okay, I'll go for red.
Can I pitch in for a moment? When I was looking at the color, I left red apart for Houston to pick it up. Somehow I thought, we'll pick red.
Is it? Okay, I'm so predictive. Okay.
So Justine, your topic for today is work from home or work from office. Please take an objective view and justify why one is better than the other.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vishnu, and thank you so much, all fellow Toastmasters. This is my first experience, and of course, I'm a bit, kind of nervous, but let me try my best. So my topic is work from home or work from office. I work as an HR, and obviously, I pick work from office. I have seen the both phases. When we were working from office before 2020 March, we used to crave for work from home. My employees used to come and ask me, can I work from home? So we used to formulate a policy where everybody can work from home once or twice in a month. But after March 2020, we have gone for 2 years at a stretch for work from home. And I have seen the ups and downs of that. So being an HR, I always look at employees' productivity, employees' work-life balance. But what I could see is when we were working from office, we were more productive, and work from life was also more balancing, because work from office gives a structured and disciplined work hours, that is from 9:30 to 6:30 or 9 to 6, whatever that work hours. Also, we don't have much things to interrupt in during our work hours. We don't have the family, we don't have the kids or people coming and asking us to support during our work hours. But during working from home, what I could notice is mostly to ladies, they used to suffer because they are for everything, including their husband, their kids, their family. They all need their support. Just to get a bottle of water, they need their support, and they're working. So it was an additional task for them. So of course, for me, it is always work from office, because you have a disciplined, structured work-life balance there. After 6:30, you can go home and have your time. So I, as an HR, maybe mostly because of that, I believe work from office is more productive. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. I think that was really well articulated. And looks like the question was also targeted at the right person, because as an HR person, you're able to bring your unique flavor and insight into the answer. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So now let me share the next topic on screen. So maybe who wants to go next?
Yeah, I can go. Vinita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinita. You can pick a topic.
I'll choose
color.
green.
So the Toastmaster Vinita, the topic for you is how do you define success?
So thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. So my topic is how do you define success? So success is something I think that is everybody's life goal. Like in the end, we all want to be successful. And that is also what we want to portray to the outside world, that whether we are successful or not. And what is success? I think it can mean different things to different people. Like for some people, having a lot of fame or popularity is success. And for some people, making a lot of money and being rich is success. But and whichever is your definition of success, it is always right. For some people, it could be service, serving people and seeing smiles on other people's faces. That can be success. Or having a meaning to your life, being part of a greater perspective or a greater purpose. That can also be success. And to me, what success is, I think it is a personal life is what most is success for me. It is my family and my friends, having someone as your own. I think that is what success is. And also maybe a simple definition of success is at night, if you can sleep peacefully, I think that is also what is success. And on my thinking, I think basically the word success is kind of ambiguous, just because, like I said, it can mean different things to different people. But sometimes I feel like being successful in your personal life is much better than being successful at your work. Because, like, just like as once Ratan Tata said, nobody can be happy if you get a promotion on the day of your breakup. Or you cannot enjoy if you can go and travel the world, but you are sick or your health is not good. So I think basically you can say that you're successful if you're healthy, if you're fit, and you do not have any mental tensions, and you have a family, whether it is a partner, your parents, or friends, someone you can rely on to. And also obviously you need enough money also to take care of you. And also if you have a purpose, whether you can help someone, whether you can be of some service to somebody. So if you have the basic things, that is the basic money to take care of your personal needs, and people to talk to, and someone to love you, and if you have something to do, like I have read a quote somewhere that is the definition of happiness or success is having something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. So if you have these three things, I think you'll be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinita. I think that was really well articulated, and you were able to peel away the ambiguity around the word success and define what it really means for you. So really like your the way of delivery and also the content in the speech. So let me go to the next topic. Who wants to go next? Maybe Prakash, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go for blue. The third in the first row.
Okay. So Prakash, Toastmaster Prakash, your topic for today is India's demographic dividend, boon or curse?
Yeah, thank you, Vishnu, for that topic. I think if I understand it correctly, so we are basically talking about the cultural differences and all those things, right? Okay, so it's whether it is a boon or a curse. I think I'll go for a rather opposing view. I think it's a curse. The way I'm saying is, if you look at every country or every country which dominated the world, there should be some common things that they need to market themselves. The case of America. Why America is so popular is they were able to market themselves with the idea of Hollywood, the movies, the American life, and of course, all the other things that is associated with America. That one unique America, they were able to send that message throughout the world. I think this is one of the problems associated with other countries, why they are struggling to uh, market themselves, because they don't have that basic there is a lot of cultural differences in the countries itself. The historian Ramachandra Guha, I think 2 months back, two or maybe 6 months back, wrote a nice article why China can't dominate the world. And one of the things that he underpins to highlight this point was they don't have something to showcase their cultural aspects to the world. You cannot see any other country coming and having that domination, same as Hollywood. Maybe Korea is having some kind of domination, but I'm not sure whether they are able to propagate that kind of information to other world except India. I'm kind of doubtful that, but this is where China is struggling. Actually, they don't have that kind of thing, and I think India is also facing that problem from that perspective. So I think from that perspective, I would say it's a curse. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. That was an interesting perspective on a really ambiguous topic. But I think you articulated your views really well, and that is definitely an interesting way to look at it. Thanks a lot for that. So let me go to the next.
No, I think we will give you a topic.
Okay, great.
So I am not presenting anything, but the question to you is, what is your favorite way to waste time online? What is your favorite way to waste time online?
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash, for that topic. I actually have multiple ways to waste time online. One way is definitely going through Team BHP and keeping abreast of things in the automobile space and understanding how what are the new cars which are coming in and learning about new models, and also thinking about models which I have no chance to buy, right? Because they are really, really expensive. The other way where I waste time on online is basically going through all kinds of YouTube videos on a variety of topics related to current affairs and markets and uh, maybe topics of interest which could be related to my professional field. And but ultimately, you get a broad set of knowledge, but ultimately when you really think about it, you're not being really effective in the way you are utilizing your time. And finally, I think we are all wired in today. We get WhatsApp messages incessantly, and every time you get a message and you look at it, and while it's good to stay connected and you're generally aware of what's going on, you also end up losing a lot of time because um, it's you cannot really plan for when you get a message, right? And when you get a message, you are kind of wired to take a look at that message, think about what to respond, and that takes away from the core thing that you've been doing. But all said and done, uh, I don't even know if this is really if you can call it as purely waste, because that's the whole point, right? You have time so that you can use it to derive some satisfaction. So even if it is wasted time, as long as you're happy, I think that's what should matter. Thank you, Prakash.
Thank you. That's an interesting observation and interesting ways that you are spending time. Yeah, you can take over and continue.
So let me share my screen now. Now who wants to go next? Christine, maybe do you want to go again or?
Yes, I can go.
Can you pick a color other than red, which you picked earlier?
Okay, so I'll go for that purple, just next to red.
So, Justine, your topic for this iteration is US citizens of Indian origin are really doing well in corporate America. Your thoughts, should Indians be proud of this?
Okay, thank you, Vishnu. So this topic is not very much of my interest, or I have not have much awareness of that, but I have family members who are working in US, and they are the citizens in US, and they are working very good there. I have some relatives who are working with the universities, #1 universities in India, I mean in US. If you ask me whether if I'm proud, yes, of course, be it in US or India, if it is an Indian a person who is from India, you should be proud of it. That's what I feel. And what I understand is the people who are from India, who are settled in US, they are actually doing really good there. I mean, I know at least, they're doing really good there. And they are actually, we can be proud that we can say that they are from India, and they have that root of Indian culture, or maybe they have done their education from India. So that is something which we can be proud of. On the other hand, I think sometimes that the people who are working in US, there are a lot of opportunities in India itself, but that is always a question, kind of a question which is always not just me. Many of us, we think, right? Like, why can't they actually spend their capability in India, where the market is so huge? Yes, from my perspective, from my point, if we are doing well in any countries, we should be proud of it. At the same time, the Indian government or in Indian atmosphere should be in a way where we should give them an opportunity to show their capabilities or talents in India itself. That's my view. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. I think you really brought out the ambiguity of that topic and how, and you kind of articulated while you can be proud of, Indian origin US citizens doing well, you also have to think about why they were not able to do or well in India or not stay in India. So really love the way you articulated. Thank you for that. Let me go to the next topic.
Thank you.
So who wants to go next? Maybe Vinita, do you want to go next?
Yeah, okay. I can. So, I will take the first color, violet. Violet.
Yeah. So Vinita, your topic today is, should we do New Year resolutions? Please share your justifications one way or the other.
Okay. So thank you, Vishnu, for that topic. So should we do New Year resolution? And again, I think this is something that everybody does, at least for the New Year. That is, everybody takes resolutions. And should you do it or not? I think we should do it, but even though I say we should do it, I am not a person who actually follows through on my New Year resolutions. But I think resolution is something that everyone takes, and if you have taken a resolution, I think it gives you something to like look forward for the year, like a goal. Like I said previously, like you need something to do and you need something to look forward for or something to hope for. So that gives you a purpose. Every day you wake up in the morning, you need something to do. So for that, you need a goal. And having a New Year resolution is like having a goal or like having a purpose. Just like we say, life needs purpose or meaning. So I think having a resolution is very good. And I think the most common New Year resolution that everybody takes, most of the people take, is the first thing is to stay fit or to stay in shape or to work out more, to exercise more. That is one of the New Year resolutions. And I think that is a resolution that which I also took, but I have failed in it, that I have not followed through on that. Another resolution that people take is to spend more time with their families. So that is also a good thing to take. But even that case also, many people don't follow through on this. So this topic is actually a very good topic, but I think it is still ambiguous. That is whether whether it's a good thing to take or whether it's not a good thing to take. I would say it is always a good thing to take, but the truth is that I think everybody takes a New Year resolution, even though if they don't write it in paper or tell it to anyone, at least in their heart of hearts, they have taken some resolutions to follow through the year so that each year is better. But in the end, maybe because it is life and maybe it is, as human beings, it is very difficult for us to keep a resolution because it takes that much more commitment, and as humans sometimes it is difficult for us to do that. So that's why we don't follow through it. But I think if you take a resolution, it always stays in our heart that this is something that you have to do. You have to work out, you have to spend time with your family, you have to take less stress in your job. So these things keep inside our heart or in our minds. They keep telling us that thing. So finally, I just agree with the topic that I think we should take New Year resolutions. So because somehow or the other, it might help us, even though it is only in a little part of the way, maybe just a small portion of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinita. I think you really articulated well the necessity of taking New Year resolutions and how that can keep you focused in a life which is really ambiguous and you have many, many things that you can do. So that focus is really key takeaway that I could understand from your speech. So really appreciate that. Thank you, Vinita. Let me quickly go to the next topic. Who wants to go next? Maybe Radhika, do you want to?
I can try. Did someone pick up that custard yellow next to that?
This one?
The next one.
Oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. We'll just go and check out. This is also an interesting. This is something that I would like answers to. So, Radhika, your topic today is how will you justify not using the phone devices to your kid when you use the devices so much?
Okay, so this is your favorite topic, and would you like to take this up and speak about this?
Sure.
Okay, I'll pass the ball back to you. I'll pick up the next topic.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
hear from you.
So, this is a really challenging topic for me because I use my devices quite a bit, right? So, I use my laptop, my phone, I use it for work, and I use it for entertainment and wasting time and all of that. So when I tell my son that don't you should limit your screen time and ensure that you're using it only for 2 or 3 hours a day, he's like, okay, I finished my work, I finished my studies, why shouldn't I use it? You use it so much, you use it for like 8-10 hours a day. So typically what I fall back on is I fall back on health related things. I tell him about how this could mess up with his eyes, and I tell him that you have your he wears specs, so I tell him that the power of the specs might actually increase, and your eyes are really focused on things which are close to you, right? So that's not going to be good for you. And for me, that is not a problem because I'm an adult and my eyes have adjusted. Knowing very well that this may not be a really convincing way of articulating why I have these double standards for myself and him. So yeah, still looking for a good answer, but this is how I deal with it. And from the results, I can see that my son is not really convinced. So that's all that I have on this, Radhika.
Thank you, Vishnu. And then it's good, I could feel the dilemma in your words. You were so there's a lot of ambiguity around what to do, what exactly, how we communicate and all that. Thank you so much for that. I'm ready for the next topic. Last row, middle.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Radhika, your topic is, if you could declare one food item as a national food, which food would you pick? And why?
Thank you, Vishnu, for this very interesting topic. This is my favorite topic as well. It has a lot of connotations and politics around it. If I can declare the national food of India, I would opt for paratha and beef fry. So it's so yummy. It's the common man's diet. If you look at the history of the food, you cannot pin this food down to any of the states. It is like every state has a variant of paratha. So that's a common food for all Indians across borders, across states. And when you come to this beef fry, that high on protein, rich on minerals, and very, very affordable to every common man in the country, that nutritious food, that supplement, the paratha and beef curry. And yummy, it melt in the mouth taste. When you have it in a tattagada, when you have it in a five-star hotel, when you order it on Swiggy, it comes with different taste. And it goes on, you have this craving. Sometimes you have the paratha beef curry craving when you are outside Kerala, outside India. And in the midnight also, sometimes you will say, oh, I wish I have some. I can taste that beef fry and a piece of paratha. Now, any paratha, aloo paratha is also fine. So I think everybody should try that meal at least once in their lifetime. I understand a small population of Indians who are called vegetarians are denied this opportunity to taste this wonderful creation of cuisine by the common man. A laborer's lunch and dinner, brunch, as you call it. It is, you know that a worker will step out and have his brunch as paratha and beef curry. So all that reminds me of the importance of declaring paratha and beef curry as the national food. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika. I think that was an interesting take on paratha and beef curry and your choice of that combination as a national food. Your love for that combination really came out. And I think you definitely brought back fond memories for some of us too, right? When you the way you described and the way you articulated your love and for that food item. And like you said, right, this is a really ambiguous topic where people can have different polarized opinions. But when you think about it purely from the love for food and how it tastes, then it becomes really simple. So thanks for articulating it that way, Radhika. Let me go to the next topic. So who wants to go next? Any volunteers or I think
Go
it
for
is
Rob.
this is the topic for you, Prakash. Can you become rich by investing in the stock market?
Thank you, Vishnu, for that topic. I'm not sure why I am not getting the topic. Anyway, that's an interesting topic. I don't know. By looking at the market condition right now, I'm sure there are a lot of people might have, poor in the last 1 or 2 weeks. They might have, I think their entire savings might have gone in. If you have been watching the market, in the last 1 or 2 weeks maybe, but generally, I think there are a lot of people who are making a lot of money. But so the it's not about stock market. I was having a discussion with one of my friend. He's also from Trivandrum. So we used to invest in the stock market, and he is my partner in crime. We used to discuss a lot, and we talk about a lot of things. And he was talking about. So it's not only stock market actually. It's the mindset. You can make money from anywhere actually. So some people, if you look at, they drive Alto or Maruti 800, or maybe, they go in cars, but they'll be having, huge money on their bank account, and they are filthy rich. In fact, I bought an apartment in Auckland right now. It's a joint combination, a joint venture between a confident group and a local. So the first time that I met him, when I went for registration, it was like, why this guy was standing here? Then I realized that he's actually the owner of that property. Now also he has around, half of the flats are in his name. He's literally filthy rich with that joint venture alone. Look at that. But what is it that's different from the people that who are investing in stock market? I think if you want to make money, and if you are really focused on that, you'll be having a lot of opportunities. And of course, from stock market also you can make a lot of money. But stock market is not the only medium to make money. That's the point that I want. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. Thanks for really articulating different possible ways of making money, and also the ambiguity around that question, right? While if you are well informed and if you really know what you're doing, you can make money in the stock market. But if you're just investing for the sake of it because everybody else is doing it, you may also end up losing a lot of money. So really loved the way you articulated that, and address the ambiguity of the question, and at the same time the nuances around not just the stock market piece, but around the making money topic itself. So thanks a lot for that. Let me share.
I think so. We are actually reached the time as per the agenda, but if everyone is okay, we can go for one more round. So otherwise, we can just end up. So is everyone okay to go for one more round?
Yes.
Anita? You are on mute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Prakash, maybe you can give me a topic. Prakash or anybody else.
Yeah. So if is anyone wish to give a topic to Vishnu?
Okay, we'll do the round robin, one person giving a topic and then Vishnu giving the next person
Yes,
the topic to speak. Okay.
That's an interesting.
So who is starting?
Yeah, someone has to give a topic to Vishnu. No, or we can pick a topic from Vishnu and then we will pass it. I'll give you a topic, Vishnu. Maybe you can, once you finish your talk, then you can call someone and give a topic, as
Okay.
Radhika suggested. Yeah.
Okay.
So your
Sounds good.
topic is, do you believe in God? Do you?
Toastmaster Prakash, thank you for that topic. It is a really interesting topic and close to my heart. I believe in God, and but it's interesting the way I describe God, right? So I believe that God is basically an ecosystem, and it is all encompassing. It is a set of rules, and it is a set of regulations, and it's basically what makes the world go around. Now there are different individuals. We are part of that ecosystem. We are part of that whole. And right from your lowest bacteria to the most evolved species that is there in Earth today, which is humans, all of these people are all of these living things, right? I don't think we can call them people, but these living things are part of that whole. And the whole idea is that your soul basically goes through transitions, and it evolves from a bacteria. It reaches the human state, and you get enlightenment. You can really become a part of that whole. And that, for me, that entire process is a spiritual journey. And I think that is something that each and every individual should go through. And for everybody, it'll take its own way, how you evolve, and the path that you follow. But I think ultimately your goal should be to be part of that whole, and adhere to the general rules and regulations, and basically it's like a hierarchical organization, right? Because I work in a corporate, I can think about it like a corporate setup. You become the CEO, right? And then you realize that you report to a board. And then you become a part of the board, then you realize that you are actually reporting back to the entire ecosystem, which is basically your market, right? Market and your customers, your vendors. So you have to manage all of that. So that, for me, that cyclic thing, right? Where there is no one person or one entity who can control all of it, but definitely as a soul, as an individual soul, you can aspire to get enlightened and be part of that whole. So that is my definition of God for me, and what God's, how I look at that whole concept. Thank you, Prakash.
That's an interesting perspective, and have compared it with the corporate world. That's really interesting. You can pick a topic and call someone.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll give this topic to Radhika. If you have to describe your job to a 5-year-old, how would you do it?
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for that topic. I'm just trying to turn it around in my head and think, when I am talking to a 5-year-old and I'm trying to describe what I do, what is my role, and I'm heading HR right now. And so since it is people related, and when I'm talking to a 5-year-old, probably I would tell her, okay, mama goes to office to make sure tea is served on time, money is given to all those who are in the office on time, make sure everybody comes to work on time, marking attendance, and then make sure that everybody goes for lunch at the right time and everybody goes back home to their kids and family at the end of the day. And mama's job is to also to make sure people are healthy when they are sitting in office and using the chair and using the laptop, they don't hurt their neck and back. So mama makes sure there are enough right furniture and all that. Mama works with other teams to help people celebrate on Fridays, go for picnic, and then mama also makes sure everybody is happy to come to office on a Monday morning. That would be what I would describe, how I would describe my role to a 5-year-old. Thank you. Okay, this is my turn. So I would pick Houston. So HR to HR.
Okay.
Did you watch the Shraddha video right now? The one that is viral, Ayo Shraddha, that talks about dropping people. This is about layoff. Ayo Shraddha is a stand-up comedian. If you have not come across her videos, please search for it. So she talks about the current layoff that is happening in the industry. So how do you handle that? It's the bad cop, good cop HR role. This is the most challenging phase of or role of an HR. Managing people out or managing performance, letting people go. So how do you manage that, and how do you tackle it without taking that into your heart and taking it back home? It's a tough job, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Radhika. That's such a wonderful question, because as an HR, one of the challenging role which I have faced is laying off. It's not just layoff, it's about from the process. I mean, the performance evaluation, and you are assessing the performance of an individual, and you are verifying that performance evaluation with the managers or the tech leads and with the individual. So that is one of the toughest job, because no employee feels that I'm a bad employee or I'm not a productive employee. Everybody thinks that I'm good and I'm doing much better, and I am better than that person. So that is how in human psychology, I mean, their human minds work. So the first challenging job is to convince this person that your performance is not good. And imagine where you don't have enough data to show that your performance is not good, because you need a lot of data for quality or your adherence to the timelines, etc., etc. So these are the data which we need. Sometimes we will not have so much of data to convince the employee, but still you have to convince that your performance is not good. So the convincing part is very important. Once you convince the employee, you have to tell them that, okay, this is the time you have to go to the next level. Maybe it's a performance improvement plan. So it will be maybe 2 weeks or a 1 month plan. And that timeline for this employee is going to be really, really worrying factor, because this person watched. And after this, imagine if the performance is still not improving, you have to go and tell them, dear, your performance is not getting better, so we are removing you from the role. So major challenge is, what if this person is the only breadwinning person in their family? So you have to be, that person will be going through such a traumatic situation, but as an employer, you cannot always go to the emotional part of the employee. That is your job. So as an HR, you have to come up with multiple factors on how can you improve, how can you get a job in other companies, how can you support for a smooth transition. So these are the basic challenges which we face. But end of the day, it's a job, it's a duty. And yes, of course, I have faced the situations in all my companies, and even now also, maybe every month we may have to let go of one person due to the performance evaluation which is happening every month. But yes, it is challenging, and we are going through it. And thank you for sharing that videos. I'll watch through it. Yeah, thank you so much. If it's a huge topic, if I start talking, it will not end. So thank you so much.
Yes, then you can.
Now I should give a topic.
Yes.
Yeah, I should give a topic. Okay, so I will give to Vinita. Hi, Vinita. My topic for you is self-love. What do you think? What is your concept about self-love?
Okay. Thank you, Houston. I think that is a very wonderful topic. And I think that is a topic that is really talked about nowadays, self-love. So I really believe in self-love, and there is something there is a quote saying that, if you really love yourself, then, and if you're alone, yeah, you can enjoy that time. So then it is not called loneliness. It is actually you're enjoying it. It's called self-love. And I'm a person who believes in self-love. So the first thing I think what we can do in self-love is, first, as I always say, is staying fit. And yeah, that I am a little lazy in that. So I don't do that much, but still I'm trying to work on it to stay fit and to, take care of myself first. Then the second thing of self-love is something that I always do, that is eating good food. Just like Radhika mentioned before, whether it is parota and beef or whether it is just pizza or something like that, I love self-love. I love going to a restaurant and cafe. If I go out with my friends, but at sometimes I just feel like, taking care of myself, or, just having some fun time. I go to a cafe and, I just order something that I really like and I enjoy the food. Maybe I have a book with me and I sit and read and I enjoy that. So that is something I do. Then the other thing is that what I do is I go for walks. So I also go for walks alone. I like going for walks alone. So I can just walk around and just see the beauty or the scenery. So I know that when I do those things, when I go into nature, when I take trips, it's actually helping me emotionally. Sometimes even I might not even know about it, but it's actually helping me. Then another thing about self-love is sometimes pampering myself. So shopping is also something that I like to do. So sometimes when I feel low, or even just simply when I'm just bored, I might go out and shop and buy some good things, a nice dress, which will make me happy, shoes or something, anything that I like. So that is another thing. And another thing which I do is watch a lot of movies. So I go to the movie theaters. I even go to the movie theaters alone also sometimes if it's my favorite movie, and I just enjoy a movie. And after that, I usually go to the mall. So I enjoy a movie, and after that, I eat some food and then buy some ice cream. So I have a good day of taking care of myself. So self-love is something I know that as humans, we need other people, we need contact, we need someone to talk to. That is very important. Nobody can survive completely alone because it will never make us happy in real. But at times, I think we can make ourselves happy in many ways. Like we say that money is not everything, but money can help you buy a lot of things which will make you happy. So that is what I have to say to all of us, to love yourself and take care of yourself and try to be as happy as possible. Thank you. So now I think I should give it a topic, right? So I will give to Prakash. I think it's like a similar topic to what you asked before. So do you believe in heaven and hell? Like whatever we do, a punishment, is there a punishment for us, after we die? What do you think?
Thank you, Master Vinita, for that topic. It's a profound topic. Do I believe in heaven and I think it all it's here actually. It's here. That's what I want to convey. And every person, if you look at that, they'll go through these stages of heaven and hell. And if you really want to find your purpose, find your meaning, then you have to definitely go to that. That's where you find your purpose and meaning. That's what when we read the books or when we look at the interesting figures from history, we will find. Maybe just take the example of Victor Frankl, who was in concentration camp, and the man's search for meaning is one of the book that he has written, and it's an interesting book. The struggles and sufferings that he has gone through in the concentration camps in Nazi Germany. So then you realize that so you need to have that kind of uh, struggles. So that struggles basically mold you, and you'll have a meaning in your life. Maybe just take the example of Gandhi or Martin Luther or Nelson Mandela. So we these are all the people we pinpoint when we talk about look at how these people have their meaning and purpose identified. And these things are identified when they are in their lowest phases of their life. And I think that's nothing but hell. But when you are in that hell, you can try to improve that space and make it a heaven for maybe for you or maybe for others. So it's here, right here, and everyone has to go. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Back to the table topic master.
So Prakash, I think that was a really good articulation of how heaven is where you make it. Yeah, and you can make your current situation heavenly. So really loud how you articulated that, and you address the ambiguity around that topic, and at the same time your perspective on how any situation can be made heavenly, right, based on your actions. So now I think based on the agenda we are close to time, right? So do we want to do a general evaluation?
Yeah. We will go for general evaluation. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll hand it over to Radhika.
Super. Thank you so much, everyone. We are done 1 hour 15 minutes of Toastmastering today with this 5 very elegant, enthusiastic Toastmasters on the screen. And it was a very enjoyable, full of Josh kind of session, isn't it? And very smart way of handling low attendance Toastmasters meeting, I would say, because we appreciate the way we pulled up the meeting. Most of the members are away, but we managed it. So kudos to Prakash for turning it into a table topic marathon. And then for Vishnu for coming up with that kind of topics and current affairs, stock market, immigration, politics of food. And Prakash adding to that a few philosophical thoughts of life. Everything added up, and the enthusiasm of the participants. That I should mention again, because after 3 rounds, Prakash asked, do you want to continue? But then everybody was game for it, and you up the game. The first speech and the second speech and the third speech of each one of us, we can see the graph going up. We were more confident, we had a grip of the subject. So all that was good. And so let me go back to Prakash for the timer report, and then I will come back to the overall grammar and our counters report.
Yeah, thank you, Radhika. So I think we all spoke really well, at least in the timing perspective. So I'll just quickly go through. I'm not going the individual, but Radhika mostly spoke in the 3 speeches. You average it around 2 minutes, and Eustein really, the first time it was really wonderful. You talked all the topics again close to 2 minutes. I think every one of us has the average time limit is around 145 minutes to 230 minutes. Everyone is in that fast zone. No one has stopped the speech before 1 minute. So kudos to everyone. Over to you, Radhika.
Super. Thank you so much. And I'm just looking at the ahs and ums, the pause words. It was very, very less. I have to keenly listen to count on those little pauses and filler words. And ums were used. That has come up a couple of times when all of us spoke. And Vishnu, you may have to look at it and keenly listen to the recordings later. All of us will get an idea about how often are we using it. And it looks like the favorite word for all of us, the filler word, kind of, and so maybe. So this seems to be the recurring theme across that we are using it as a connecting word. Instead of putting a full stop and starting the next sentence, we are using and as a connecting word, so as a connecting word. That was interesting, but a lot of very unique usages. It comes through that all of us, many of us on this screen are avid readers. For example, Vishnu, the selection of topics, the vocabulary he uses, very strong. So it gives us a clear feeling that, indication that he has a deep grasp on the topic. So that is really good. That was really inspiring for all of us. Vinita, beautifully articulating the success and happiness and all that. The way she explains the topic and bring it and tie it to the crux, that is beautifully done. And Justin, Prakash had already spoken about you. You are a storyteller. You are a communicator. And you do it really, really well. And Prakash, you about communication, information influence, and all that type of communication. And the way you twisted that demographic dividend topic and talked about the flip side. And Vinita used it just once, and Justin, I think you used it once. Prakash multiple times again. So it was also good. I think the small cohorts are more effective in Toastmaster meetings probably, because everybody get an opportunity to learn, practice and all that. That topic master of the day. And to the president to conclude.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you for the detailed evaluation, and I think you really articulated what a lot of us felt, that this was really engaging and meeting for all of us to learn from. I'll definitely go through the recordings and definitely take a look at it, and I think we should all go through the recordings and see how we can become even better. And thank you all of you Toastmasters for the real showing engagement and really making this event a success. Well, now I'll hand it over to Prakash, or is it Vinita? I'm not really sure.
Prakash.
Prakash, yeah. I'll hand it over to Prakash.
Thank you. Well, thanks to every one of you. It is such a wonderful meeting, I would say, because we all got up to speak. as Radhika mentioned, and of course, for selecting such a wide, diverse topics, not to a particular theme, but focusing on different areas. Really. I was really skeptical, Then I thought, I remember what Aradi usually say, if we cancel a meeting, then it would be really difficult, and it becomes a habit. I don't want to do that. That's not the reason why I chose to go it. And thanks all of you. Thanks to all of you, to join this meeting. Maybe you might all have this thought that how it is going to go, but I would definitely say that this was one of the best meetings that we had, and if we don't talk about the selection of topics and your views, I think that's what this Toastmaster meeting more interesting, I would say, to get the different perspectives from different people, and the diverse topics that we have. With that, I'm officially concluding this meeting. So we can stay back after this, and if you want, we can.
I saw Houston raising her hand. She has a feedback.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
No problem. So thank you so much, everyone. First of all, this is my first meeting as a Toastmaster member. I attended once before, and it was interesting for me because that time also I got a chance to talk for this, I think, table topic session. So it was interesting for me. Basically, I'm not a person who shies away from public speaking, but this is different because you don't know what the topic you are getting. And suddenly you're getting a topic and you have to talk for 2 minutes. So this is a kind of experience. I think everybody should experience this. Whoever, whatever a public speaker you are, this kind of sessions will really improve your communication. And I'm happy that I joined the Toastmasters Club. Only one request. I would like to know more about, it's kind of an induction, which I'll discuss with Arati as well. Thank you so much. And I think this is the first chance that I got 3, topics and 3 sessions. So I think I was lucky. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Houston, actually, we have the learning pathways and speaker challenges at the district level, at the national level, at the global level. And, just complete the first 2 parts and you will be qualified to rock and then bring all the trophies to Technopark Toastmasters Club as an international speaker.
Sure, I really like to try.